Welcome to the Well-Being Podcast, where every episode is a step toward a healthier and happier you. Let's grow, thrive, and shine together. Don't forget to subscribe and like the Well-Being Podcast. Share your thoughts and let us know in the comments what topics you'd love to hear about in future episodes. Today we're diving deep into a health program that's caught my eye. It's called the Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint. It's interesting how we often think drastic measures are the only way to improve our health, like those crash diets that promise rapid results. But this program takes a different approach. It's all about making sustainable changes through simple, everyday habits.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that lasting transformation comes from building a foundation of healthy habits, rather than seeking those quick fixes. Think of it as creating a ripple effect. Small changes can lead to significant improvements over time.
That's a great analogy. So let's unpack this Healthy Revolution Blueprint. The program highlights the power of habits, and we've all heard the saying, habits are everything. But how does that actually work in the context of health?
Well, habits are formed through a cycle of cue, response, and reward. Let's say you see a tempting dessert. That's your cue. Your brain immediately responds with a craving, and when you indulge, you get that sweet, satisfying reward. The problem is this cycle can often lead us down a path of unhealthy choices because those immediate rewards often outweigh the long-term consequences.
So we're essentially training our brains to crave things that might not be the best for us in the long run. But what's fascinating is that this program suggests we can actually rewire our brains to crave healthy foods and the energy they provide. It's about shifting our focus from short-term gratification to long-term well-being.
Precisely. And the program emphasizes that this isn't about deprivation. It's about rediscovering the joy of nourishing your body with foods that fuel you, energize you, and make you feel good from the inside out.
That makes so much sense. So how does the Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint guide us on this journey of habit transformation?
It focuses on 5 key habits. And the beauty is in the simplicity. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's about integrating these habits one at a time, allowing them to become second nature.
Okay, that sounds manageable. So what's the first habit on this path to a healthier lifestyle?
The first habit is cut carbs. Now, before you think it's about banishing all carbs, it's crucial to understand that not all carbs are created equal.
That's where the distinction between simple and complex carbohydrates comes in, right?
Exactly. Simple carbs found in things like white bread, sugary cereals, and processed snacks digest quickly, leading to those energy spikes and crashes we all know too well. They're like that quick burst of energy that quickly fizzles out.
So those are the carbs we want to be mindful of.
Yes, and the program highlights how these simple carbs can contribute to weight gain, mood swings, and even cravings for more sugary foods.
That's really interesting. It's like a vicious cycle.
It is. But on the other hand, we have complex carbs, which are like the slow-burning fuel that keeps you going. They're found in foods like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables. These carbs are packed with fiber, which slows down digestion, providing sustained energy and keeping you feeling fuller for longer.
So it's not about eliminating carbs altogether. It's about choosing the right kinds of carbs that support our overall health and well-being.
Precisely. And the program provides practical tips for making those swaps, like choosing brown rice over white rice, opting for whole grain bread, and loading up on fiber-rich veggies.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're cutting back on simple carbs and embracing the power of complex carbs. What's the next habit on this healthy revolution agenda?
Habit number 2 is fear fried, and the name speaks for itself.
I have a feeling this one might be a challenge for many of us, myself included, but I'm curious to hear why we should be fearing fried foods.
Well, while those crispy golden brown treats might be tempting, fried foods are often loaded with unhealthy fats, particularly trans fats.
Trans fats. Those are the ones we've been hearing so much about in the news lately. Aren't they linked to some serious health issues?
Yes, trans fats are notorious for raising bad cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of heart disease, and contributing to inflammation throughout the body. And this inflammation can lead to a whole host of other problems down the line.
So it's not just about the extra calories. It's about the potential long-term damage that fried foods can inflict on our bodies.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that the program mentions how avoiding fried foods can actually become easier over time as your taste buds adjust. You might even find that those once irresistible fried foods become less appealing.
No, that's a powerful thought. It's like our bodies start to crave what's truly good for them. So what are some healthier alternatives to satisfy those crispy cravings?
There are so many delicious options. Baking, air frying, and even roasting can create that crispy texture without the unhealthy baggage of deep frying.
That's good news for our taste buds and our health. So we've tackled carbs and faced our fear of fried foods. What's the next habit we need to conquer?
Habit number 3 is all about shaking that sugar habit. Shake sugar. And this one can be a real challenge because sugar is incredibly addictive. It triggers those reward centers in our brains, making us crave more and more.
Ugh, I know that feeling. That sugar rush is so tempting, but the crash afterwards is never worth it. And I've noticed that when I eat sugary foods, I tend to crave even more sugary foods.
You're right, it's like a vicious cycle. And the program emphasizes the importance of cutting out sugary drinks in particular. That means soda, even diet soda, juices, sweetened coffee and tea, all those sneaky sources of added sugar that we often consume without even realizing it.
Wow, that's a lot of things I probably drink without even thinking about it.
It's easy to overlook those liquid calories, but they can add up quickly.
So what are some healthier alternatives to quench our thirst without the sugar overload?
Water is always the best choice. It's hydrating, calorie-free, and essential for our bodies to function properly. You can also try unsweetened tea or coffee. And if you're craving a little flavor, infuse your water with fruits, herbs, or even a splash of citrus.
Simple yet effective. What's the key takeaway when it comes to breaking free from sugar's grip?
The program highlights that once you reduce your sugar intake, you'll notice a significant difference in your energy levels. You'll experience fewer energy crashes, improved mood, and even better sleep quality.
That's a powerful motivator. And what about alcohol? I know that can be sneaky when it comes to hidden sugars.
You're absolutely right. Alcohol can disrupt your metabolism and contribute to weight gain. The program recommends minimizing your alcohol intake for optimal health.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're cutting back on carbs, fearing fried, shaking sugar. I'm already feeling healthier just thinking about it. What's the next habit on our list?
The fourth habit is all about being mindful of our portions. Prune portions. It's about recognizing that even healthy foods can hinder our progress if we consume them in excess.
So it's not just about what we eat, but how much we eat. Any practical tips for putting this habit into practice?
The program suggests using your hand as a guide for portion sizes. For example, a serving of protein should be about the size of your palm. A serving of carbs should be about the size of your fist. And a serving of fats should be about the size of your thumb.
That's a really helpful visual. It makes it so much easier to estimate portion sizes without having to measure everything out.
Exactly. And the program emphasizes that it's not about deprivation. It's about being mindful of our body's signals. Pay attention to your hunger cues and stop eating when you feel comfortably satisfied and not overly full.
That makes sense. It's about listening to our bodies and recognizing when we've had enough.
Exactly. It's about developing a healthy relationship with food, where we nourish our bodies without overindulging.
Okay, so we're learning to cut back on carbs, avoid fried foods, shake sugar, and prune portions. What's the final piece of this healthy habit puzzle?
The fifth and final habit is all about getting our bodies moving. Move more.
I have a feeling this one isn't about sitting on the couch all day.
You got it. The program encourages at least 30 minutes of movement every day. That doesn't mean you have to hit the gym or run a marathon. It could be as simple as a brisk walk, a bike ride, dancing in your living room, or gardening, anything that gets your heart rate up and your body moving.
I love that it doesn't have to be complicated or intense. It's about finding activities we enjoy and incorporating them into our daily routine.
Exactly. And the program even suggests using your phone's health app or pedometer to track your steps, which can add a fun and motivating element to your movement journey.
It's amazing how those small things can make such a big difference. So we're not just talking about weight loss, we're talking about feeling better overall.
Absolutely. Regular movement has positive effects on both physical and mental health. It can boost your energy levels, improve your mood, reduce stress, enhance sleep quality, and even strengthen your immune system.
So it's not just about fitting into those jeans, it's about feeling good in your own skin.
Precisely. And that brings us to the end of the 5 core habits of the Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint.
Wow, this is also practical and inspiring. It's not about drastic measures or deprivation. It's about making simple, sustainable changes that can have a profound impact on our overall well-being.
Exactly. And the program goes even deeper, offering what it calls secrets to success to help you make these habits stick for the long haul.
I'm really intrigued. Tell me more about these secrets to success. What else can we learn from this blueprint for a healthier life?
So we've covered those 5 core habits: cut carbs, fear fried, shake sugar, prune portions, and move more. They really lay the groundwork for transforming your lifestyle.
Right, and they all seem pretty straightforward on their own.
Yeah.
But you mentioned there are also these secrets to success that help you actually implement these habits and make them stick. I'm all ears because, let's be honest, good intentions only get you so far.
You hit the nail on the head. It's one thing to know what to do, but it's another thing entirely to actually put it into practice consistently. That's where these secrets come in. And the first one is all about finding your tribe, building a support system.
The power of community. I've definitely found that having a support network makes a huge difference when you're trying to make any kind of change, especially when it comes to health goals.
Exactly. It's about surrounding yourself with people who understand what you're going through, who can offer encouragement when you need it, and who can hold you accountable. And the program really emphasizes how crucial this aspect is to long-term success.
It makes sense, right? Because when you're feeling motivated and inspired, it's easier to stay on track.
Yeah.
But when those inevitable moments of doubt creep in, having someone to remind you of your goals and celebrate your progress can be incredibly empowering.
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be anything formal. It could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, an online community, anyone who shares your commitment to a healthier lifestyle.
I think what's so great about this program is that it acknowledges the psychological aspect of habit formation. It's not just about willpower. It's about creating an environment that supports your success.
Exactly. It's about setting yourself up for success from the start. So support system, check. What's the next secret?
Well, the program also stresses the importance of ditching processed foods. And this is where I personally get a little apprehensive because, let's be real, those convenient prepackaged foods are everywhere.
I hear you. It's a real struggle, especially with our busy lives. But the program makes a compelling case for why reducing those processed foods is so crucial. It's not just about empty calories. It's about all the added sugars, unhealthy fats, sodium, and artificial ingredients that often lurk in those processed options.
It's like they're designed to hijack our taste buds and keep us coming back for more.
Yes, and they often lack the nutrients our bodies truly need to thrive. So what's the antidote? The program really emphasizes the power of meal planning and prepping. If you take some time each week to plan your meals, create a grocery list, and even prepare some ingredients ahead of time, it becomes so much easier to resist those processed temptations.
That makes sense. But what about those of us who aren't exactly master chefs or who have very limited time for cooking?
Well, the program actually addresses this concern. It provides a grocery list filled with simple whole food ingredients, as well as weekly meal plans designed to be easy and time efficient. And if cooking really isn't your thing, there's even an option to join their meal prep program, where you can receive pre-portioned healthy meals delivered right to your door.
Okay, so they've really thought of everything. But what about those times when we find ourselves eating out? Are we doomed to make unhealthy choices at restaurants?
Not at all. The program provides some handy tips for navigating those restaurant menus like a pro. It encourages you to be mindful of portion sizes, maybe share a dish with a friend, or ask for a to-go container right away. It also suggests opting for grilled or baked dishes over fried options and choosing salads with lean protein sources.
Those are all great strategies. It's about making conscious choices even when you're not in control of the cooking.
Exactly. It's about empowering yourself to prioritize your health no matter where you are. So we've got our support system in place. We're ditching the processed foods. What's the final secret to making these healthy habits last?
This is the one I've been waiting for. The program calls it consistency. Avoid cheat meals. And I'm going to be honest, this is where I tend to struggle the most. It's so tempting to reward myself with a cheat meal, especially when I'm first starting to make changes.
I think a lot of us can relate to that. But the program offers a fascinating perspective on why those cheat meals might not be as beneficial as we think.
Okay, tell me more. I'm ready to have my mind blown.
Well, it's all about the mindset. When we allow ourselves those cheat meals, we're essentially reinforcing the idea that healthy eating is a temporary state, a form of deprivation that we need to escape from every now and then.
So it's not just about the calories in that one meal. It's about the message we're sending to ourselves.
Exactly. It's like we're creating this mental tug of war between our desire for a healthier lifestyle and our ingrained habits and cravings. And the program suggests that by avoiding those cheat meals, we can break free from that cycle and fully embrace a mindset of nourishment and self-care.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. It's about shifting our perspective from, I can't have this, to, I'm choosing to nourish my body with what it truly needs.
Precisely. And this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. There will be times when you slip up, and that's okay. The key is to acknowledge those moments without judgment and simply get back on track with your healthy habits.
So it's about embracing those little wins along the way and celebrating our commitment to a healthier lifestyle, even when it's not always easy.
Exactly. And the program emphasizes that the more you practice these habits, the more ingrained they become. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
I love that analogy. So we've explored the 5 core habits and the 3 secrets to success. What's the overall message, the takeaway that listeners can apply to their own lives?
The Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint is all about empowering you to take control of your health and well-being through simple, sustainable changes. It's about recognizing that lasting transformation comes from building a solid foundation of healthy habits, one step at a time.
That's such a powerful message. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall health and happiness, not just a temporary fix.
Absolutely. And it's about enjoying the journey, finding joy in nourishing your body, moving your body, and connecting with others who share your commitment to a healthier, more vibrant life.
I'm feeling so inspired, but I have a feeling we're not done yet.
Mhm.
Is there anything else we can glean from this blueprint for a healthier life?
You're right. There's one more crucial element. The program emphasizes the importance of self-compassion.
Ooh, self-compassion. Tell me more.
The program stresses that making lasting lifestyle changes is rarely a linear path. It's important to be kind to yourself, to acknowledge that setbacks are a normal part of the process, and to celebrate every victory along the way.
I love that because it's so easy to get caught up in the all or nothing mentality, where we feel like we have to be perfect or else we failed.
Exactly, and that kind of thinking can be so discouraging. The program encourages us to shift our focus from self-criticism to self-compassion. It's about recognizing that we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we're all worthy of kindness and support, especially from ourselves.
That's such a powerful message.
Yeah.
It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs and celebrating our commitment to a healthier life.
Precisely. And the program highlights that this self-compassion can actually make the journey more enjoyable and sustainable. When we're kind to ourselves, we're more likely to stick with those healthy habits and less likely to give up when we face challenges.
That makes so much sense. So it's not just about the physical changes, it's about the mental and emotional transformation as well. It's about creating a holistic approach to well-being.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that our health is a multifaceted journey, and it's a journey worth taking.
Okay, we've covered the 5 core habits, the 3 secrets to success, and the importance of self-compassion. What's the final thought, the nugget of wisdom that you want listeners to take away from this deep dive into the Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint?
I think it boils down to this. It's about taking ownership of your health. It's about recognizing that you have the power to make choices that support your well-being. And it's about remembering that even small changes can have a ripple effect, leading to a healthier, happier you.
So it's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. It's about starting where you are with what you have and taking those small steps forward one day at a time.
Exactly. And it's about finding joy in the process, celebrating those wins, and embracing those challenges as opportunities for growth.
I think it's a beautiful message to leave our listeners with. It's about empowerment, it's about self-discovery, and it's about embracing the journey toward a healthier, happier you.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the Singing River Healthy Revolution Blueprint. It's been such a pleasure having you here.
The pleasure was all mine. I always enjoy these conversations.
Thanks for listening to the Wellbeing Podcast. Take care, stay inspired, and see you next time.